News 46 is brought to you by Inspiration Senior Living, where we provide affordable elegance to Pahrump area seniors. Give us a call at 751-2300 and make an appointment to tour our community. News is also brought to you by Bees Embroidery and Garment Printing, specializing in custom and personalized decoration of gifts, garments, and more. Call 775-727-9444. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight on News 46, Dr. Nelson teaches us how to let go of emotional baggage. The great summer games are on right now at J.G. Johnson, and an award is presented to a leader at the Pahrump Senior Center. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Monique Mitchell. Local coverage from Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Wednesday, July 15th, 2015. I'm Monique Mitchell for News 46. Well, Dr. Bradley Nelson spoke to News 46's Deanna O'Donnell recently about how to let go of emotional baggage.
Typically, when we have memories of things that we have been through that we would rather not have been through, we have bad memories of things, oftentimes there is an emotional charge around those things, okay? In other words, we have emotional baggage about those events, about our divorce, about our abuse as a child, about the bully who, was constantly beating us up and things like that. We have emotional baggage about those things. We now know suddenly, finally, in the 21st century, how to identify that emotional baggage and how to get rid of that emotional baggage so that it's not that we remove the memory of those things, but we remove the electrical or the energetic charge that is attached to those events. Let me give you an example. There was a woman I was working on once years ago. We found that she had a trapped emotion of resentment. And I traced it back, using the testing that we teach in the Emotion Code book, traced it back to when she was in high school. And it happened to be resentment about a female. And she said, I know exactly what that is. And I said, okay, well, tell me about this. She said, well, when she was in high school, and by the way, she was in her 40s at this time. When she was in high school, there was this cheerleader that she really resented. And she said, it's a funny thing. I haven't seen that cheerleader since I graduated from high school. It's been a long time now. But she said, anytime I think of her, I can just feel the resentment welling up inside of me. And I don't know why. It's like I can't let it go. So we released that trapped emotion of resentment that she'd picked up in high school about that cheerleader. And a couple of days later, she came back into me and she said, Doc, she said, that really works. She said, last night I was visiting with a friend of mine from high school, and that girl's name came up in conversation. And for the first time in all these years, I didn't feel all that resentment about her. I just felt nothing. And it's so nice to be free from that, you see. And if you think about your own life and the experiences that you've been through, think about the breakups that you've been through, the relationships that failed, the abuse that you've been through, or what charges, the trapped emotions, the energy from those events is interfering and short-circuiting with your life in the here and now. So the baggage that you have, if you don't get rid of it, it is going to diminish your life and interfere with your ability to really create the kind of life that you want. So getting rid of that baggage is so important. And now we know how you can get rid of it yourself. You can actually go to emotioncodegift.com. You can download the Emotion Code book for free and download the book on audio for free. You can start listening to it and reading it, and you can learn in this book how to get rid of your own emotional baggage. It's a very, very simple process.
Well, the GREAT program, which stands for Gang Resistance Education and Training, is holding their summer games with the Pahrump Valley Youth Activities Program right now at J.G. Johnson Elementary School. We caught up with two officers from the Nye County Sheriff's Department, Deputies Ferrel and Fernandes.
It's a program that we put on every year for the kids, K through 8th grade. Just get the kids out of the house, get them some physical activity, some positive interaction with law enforcement and fire personnel.
Yeah. What does GREAT stand for?
Stands for Gang Resistance Education and Training, and the GREAT program is actually taught in 7th grade, and we talk about life skills, and we try to bring some of that here for all the age groups to learn a little bit.
You guys are DARE
program and also the GREAT program. We teach the DARE program to 5th graders and the GREAT program to 7th graders, and we also handle the schools, the calls for service at the schools.
The DARE program is a program to teach drug resistance, right?
Correct, and also other life skills. Yes.
So what are you guys doing today at J.G. Johnson?
We're on our 2nd day of the GREAT Games here in Ferrel.
What do you guys do all day?
We do a lot of physical activity. We try to do some inside games so we're not outside all day long cooking in the heat. Just relay races, water balloon games, tug of war. We do like categories where they have so many minutes to list so many items in a specific category we give them. So
the kids really look forward to this, don't they?
They do. Yeah, they have a lot of fun here.
You've been going around Nye County to the different schools or different areas to do the Great Summer Games?
Yes, we put them on in 6 different towns. We started in Beatty, and then we went to Gabbs and Round Mountain, Tonopah, Amargosa, and now Pahrump.
How long does the games last?
They're a week long.
And they're sponsored by who?
Round Mountain Gold. We would like to thank the Nye County School District who provided lunches to 4 of the towns we were in. Round Mountain Gold General Store who also provided lunches for us. Tonopah, Scolari, and Burger King who donated lunches. We would like to thank the sheriff for allowing us to do this program, and also Pahrump Valley Youth Association for allowing us to join their program this year.
So you guys will be here all week long. What do you have in store for the rest of the week?
Well, today we had the fire department come out and spray the kids down outside, and we've got a lot more games. Friday is our water day, so we'll have a giant slip and slide for the kids to come and play. They'll be able to do water balloon fights and just a lot of games today. We're doing Hungry Hungry Hippos, human version though, on scooters where they get to slide out and grab balloons and stuff. A lot of games, yeah.
Well, a lot of children seem to really enjoy that program. Well, Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, Mexico's most notorious drug kingpin, slipped through a hole under the shower and escaped through a mile-long tunnel to freedom. Newly released closed-circuit video shows how calmly and easily he did it. The Mexican Interior Minister said Guzman's cell was videotaped 24 hours a day, but the surveillance had 2 blind spots for privacy: the toilet and the shower. It's likely prison workers helped Guzman break out. They have fired the prison director and other prison officials. Mexican authorities announced a $3.8 million reward for information leading to Guzman's capture. Guzman has been a nightmare for both sides of the border. He reigns over a multi-billion-dollar global drug empire that supplied most of marijuana, cocaine, and heroin sold on the streets of the United States. The U.S. Justice Department describes the Sinaloa cartel as one of the world's most prolific, violent, and powerful drug cartels. It says Guzman was considered the world's most powerful drug lord until his arrest in Mexico in February 2014. Police say what they do and how they do business is based on complete terror. They kill journalists, politicians, police officers, correction officers, and then not just that person, but every member of their family. Well, coming up, we'll have your health tip regarding mammograms.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Inspiration Senior Living, where we provide affordable elegance to Pahrump area seniors. Give us a call at 751-2300 and make an appointment to tour our community.
Welcome back to News 46. Standard digital mammography plays a key role in detecting breast cancer. However, mammography has also come under some criticism because of the false positive results it can produce, along with unnecessary biopsies and overdiagnosis of cancer. A study examined whether adding 3-dimensional technology to the standard digital mammogram could help improve outcomes.
This health tip is brought to you by
Desert View Hospital, and Mountain Valley Physicians Group. Don't put your health on hold. We have time for you. Call us to schedule your appointment. 775-751-7100.
Jennifer Heft is no stranger to breast cancer. Her mom and younger sister were diagnosed and successfully fought the disease.
When it actually happens to you, it's a little different. Scarier, definitely scarier.
Jennifer received her diagnosis last March.
It was a very small tumor. It was only an 8-millimeter tumor that couldn't be felt.
But it was detected after she underwent a 3D mammogram.
3D mammography was FDA approved about 3 years ago. And so it's been used in practice across the country. We looked to see whether it...
Lutheran General Hospital and co-authors examined 2 and 3D mammograms from more than 450,000 patients at 13 sites across the country.
We found invasive cancers, or the cancers that we worry about, the ones that could potentially kill people, more frequently in women who had the 3D mammogram versus the women who just had the 2D mammogram. At the same time, fewer people had to come back for unnecessary testing, and which creates unnecessary anxiety.
Watch what appears as Dr. Friedewald examines this standard 2D mammogram and then views the same image in 3D.
A mass that has irregular borders in the upper part of the breast. And this is very much typical of what a cancer looks like, hidden on the 2D mammogram, but very well seen on the 3D mammogram.
I truly, truly believe that the 3D mammography is what caught my cancer early and is allowing me to pretty much live my life the way I want to.
Which includes spending more time with her family, driving a race car, and something she's already done, riding in a hot air balloon.
Life is short. My life's going to be long and full, and I'm going to go out and do the things I want to.
Katlyn Dolph, The JAMA Report.
Further studies are needed to determine which patient populations can benefit most from the 3D technology. And we conclude our conversation with the man who is at the center of the most contested will in America. After Melvin Dummar reportedly met millionaire Howard Hughes on the side of the road in 1967 on U.S. Highway 95, he was notified, according to Dummar, that he was to receive 1/16 of Hughes' estate, which would have given Dummar $156 million. The will was contested by Hughes' cousin, and a jury found the will to be fraudulent, though a retired FBI agent in 2005 found what he calls new evidence that may support Melvin Dummar's claims.
But there's a new movie coming out that Paul LeMat and myself have both been cast in. It's a Western, old faith-based Western movie called Heaven with a Gun. It's going to be filmed in New Mexico in 2016. I play the part of a judge. Paul LeMat plays the sheriff. You know, what would be an old Western movie without a judge and a sheriff? And they've got, it's faith-based, so it's something that you could take your children to. It doesn't have all the vulgar language and stuff.
Is it an independent movie?
It is. It's an independent movie, but we're kind of promoting it too at the same time.
So that's going to be lots of fun, filming that movie. And of course, there's a book out about your relationship with Howard Hughes and what went on with that. You have that.
There's been about 100 books out that talk about me. Most of them are just garbage.
Yeah.
The best one that I found is written by Gary Magnuson. It's called The Investigation, and that tells you know, he's a former FBI agent. He's also got a new book coming out. It's at the publishers right now called Stolen Justice. That's about me and about, you know, how the courts treated me. And we went to the Court of Appeals, and the judges there, in my opinion, they never even looked at the evidence. They laughed about it. They openly laughed in court and thought it was just a big joke. And so the only avenue we would have left now is to go to the Supreme Court. The chances of being heard by the Supreme Court are kind of slim to none. There's about 50,000 appeals to the Supreme Court every year, and they hear maybe 40 or 50 of them. So,
well, interesting enough, they might want to hear something with Howard Hughes.
They may, but that's the only option we have. Of course, you know, it's very expensive even to file the paperwork to the Supreme Court, but that's about the only avenue we would have left.
So you're going to keep us updated on the upcoming movie?
Oh, yeah, yeah. In fact, there is an opportunity if people will go on Facebook and just put in Heaven with a Gun, they can see a lot of the details and some of the campaigns that they have going on. And they could actually, if they wanted, possibly be in the movie if they wanted. I think they're still looking for some extras and things like that. So.
And coming up after the break, Alicia Cook has your news and entertainment, so keep it here.